So my question to you, right? You said you got a girlfriend,
Yeah.
right? Where your girlfriend at right now?
She at home.
She at home. Why you ain't married her yet? That's a good question. I'm asking. Why didn't you marry her yet? That's your only girlfriend? So you don't be creeping around and none of that?
No.
How old you is?
36.
You 36. Okay, we the same age. All right, cool. So you committed to this one sister. Okay. You got a girlfriend, young man? You got a girlfriend? How old you is?
14.
What you doing with your girlfriend, man, at 14? I'm asking, what you doing? What you doing with your girlfriend at 14?
Take her out.
Huh?
Take her out.
You taking her out? What else? You having sex with that sister? Don't lie now.
I don't do that.
You don't do that? So what you got a girlfriend for?
That's I just want to be happy.
You just want to be happy. So at 14 years old, you want to be happy and you got you a girlfriend to make you happy. But you're not having sex with her.
No.
You don't do all that. You just take her out and that make you happy.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to touch on that. Now, what's your reason? Why are you not married yet, bro? Why you ain't married a sister? You got kids by her?
Yeah.
How many kids y'all got?
I got one girl.
You got one child. Okay. Why you ain't married that sister?
Hold on.
Come on. I'm waiting for it. Nah, don't go away. Don't go away. Hey, tell your mom to come here too. It's on you. What's up, bro? Talk to me. You don't have a reason? You love her? Okay. So listen, Hebrews 13:4, real quick. So I want to show you something, bro. You believe you're an Israelite, right? I see officer was going over some things and showing you who you are. Where you at on the sign right here? What's your nationality? What's the nationality of your father?
Black African American.
Okay, black African American. So according to the scriptures, you are what your father is, okay? So you will come from the tribe of Judah. And we know that Judah loved the women.
That's right.
We know that. It's here. We know that for a fact, right? I'm Judah. I love women. I understand. But guess what? When I heard this right here, I'm going to read this for you. Read that.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So the Lord said marriage is honorable in all. So when I learned this, guess what I had to do? I had to get married. So I married my wife based off the laws of God because I knew that I was from the tribe of Judah. I knew I was an Israelite. And what's required of us is that we do what the Lord tells us to do. Right? Watch this. Come on.
And the bed undefiled, but whoremongers.
So he said the bed is undefiled. When you're married, right? What you do behind closed doors with your wife, as long as it's lawful, as long as you're not trying to run no red lights, you understand what I'm saying? As long as you ain't trying to have menage a trois and them twisted little, freaky little, yeah, you can't do all that, right? But what you do with you and your wife, the Lord said the bed is undefiled when you marry her. But what?
But whoremongers.
But a man that don't want to get married because he don't know if he want to stay with his sister or not. It could have been 9 years, 10 years, 5 kids. It don't matter. A lot of us would get here and get into these little relationships. We really just wanted to knock her off to begin with. Then we turn around and put a baby in, and now we stuck with her for a little bit. But we really got eyes on another woman. Or we really still out there clubbing and hitting it. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord said, that man, come on.
But whoremongers and adulterers.
And someone that steps outside of marriage. Believe it or not, you got a lot of failed marriages out here. You got a lot of marriages that brothers and sisters are cheating on their spouses like it's nothing. Right? The Lord said a whoremonger and adulterer, come on.
God will judge.
What'd he do?
God will judge.
It said the Lord will judge you for that. Now, how would the Lord judge you? Give me Proverbs chapter 6. How would the Lord judge you for not marrying a sister and being in the midst of fornication and leaving her, pouring her out? What would you do? What do you think, Lord? How would he judge you? You're not sure. All right, so what happens right now, right? Lord forbid. You find a reason, to go ahead and end the relationship with your girlfriend, right? Y'all at odds, y'all arguing, she kick you out the house or you kick her out, whatever, right? Y'all get into it. What happens now? What's your biggest fear? Losing your baby, right? So now somebody got to take it, and somebody gonna be on child support. right? Somebody going there. See how your head drop? Because we hear these horror stories all the time. Piece of bread. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Read that. Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 26. For by means of a whorish woman.
So now we go chase after these women, right? Because guess what? Whoremongering is men that jump around, but it's also women as well. You understand? It said by means of a whorish woman. So we hoeing these women out, and now these majority of the sisters nowadays, they look at us as a ticket, right? They make songs about how they trick niggas out of their money.
Get out.
They make songs about how they gonna get the man to do this to him and do that to him and do this for him. You understand? What the Lord say?
For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread.
To what?
To a piece of bread.
You know what that mean? What that mean? It said by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. What that mean? You said you worried about losing your baby, right? Guess what? You'll lose everything messing around with a woman. You understand? Playing around. It's simple. The Lord tell you, give me Exodus 22:16. The Lord tell you exactly what to do. Right? You got a daughter. Would you want your daughter to have, when she get older, you want her to have a boyfriend? She's not gonna have a boyfriend until she's 19. So at 19 years old, you feel as though it's cool for your daughter to have a boyfriend. She grown. We're gonna touch on that. Read that.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid.
So now, a maid is a young woman, right? A woman that's marriageable, right? Okay, how old is your girlfriend? 26. How long you been with her? How old was she when you met her? Same. What you mean same age? So you just met her and had a baby with her? How long it been? How long you been with your girl? How long you been with her? She was 26 when you met her, and you put a baby in her right then.
Yeah, when we first met.
When y'all first met. Okay, bro. So now listen, you got a problem on your hands. Cause now look what the Lord said. Read it again.
And if a man entice a maid.
So you went, you spit game to her, you seen her, you hollered at her, wherever y'all was at, right? How'd you meet her?
I met her at the hotel.
You met her at the hotel. Okay. So you met her at the hotel, you talked to her, you laid with her, and knocked her up, right? Okay. What the Lord say?
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her.
And lay down to have sex with her. Come on.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
To do what?
To be his wife.
The Lord said you got to marry that sister. That's what the Israelite man got to do.
Bring it out.
He got to marry that woman. So now the question gets a little thicker now because you don't even really know her. Surah 6 and 7. You've been with her less than a year. How long you been with her? Not that long. Less than a year or a year. Less than a year, right? So now, you don't rush yourself into a situation where you say, I'm worried about, if we break up, I lose my little girl. So what was you thinking about when you met her the first night and lay with her? You know what that is? That causes an issue in our community.
Yeah.
Right? You got to learn to control that thing. What I got you holding?
Surah 67.
Watch this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 7.
Come on.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
The Lord said, his sons, we have to prove a friend. It should have took you some time to get to know this sister. You understand? But without the proper guidance, then we find ourselves in these situations, and then we get mad and we blame it, pointing the finger at everybody else as to why your situation jacked up.
Bring it out.
You working? You're not working right now. Okay. So now, when it comes, is she working? She just had the baby. Okay, so she's out of work and you out of work. Yes? Okay. So what is your steps now? What do you do now? Say that again?
I'm still looking for the job.
You still looking for a job. But you still got now a household that you have to maintain. Give me that. if a man, what's that? Timothy 5:8. So you gotta now sit down, bro, and start using your mind and come back to what the Lord is saying. Because the Lord he put things in place for us so that we don't fall into these situations.
Get out.
You understand? Watch this.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not for his
The
own,
Lord said, if a man do not provide for his own, you now got mouths that other than yours that you got to now take into account. The Lord said what?
but if any provide not for his own, and specially for those of his own house.
Guess what? That sister, you got to marry her and you got to take care of her, man. You got to take care of her and your child. The Lord said, if a man don't do that, come on.
He hath denied the faith.
The Lord said, you denied the faith. Come on.
And is worse than an infidel.
You're worse than a non-believer. So you got to now put some things in action, right? Give me Sirach 29. You got to put some things in action now. First, you got to find you a job. Where y'all still staying in the hotel? How y'all paying for the hotel? You sell drugs? So how you what you doing? Say it again. I can't hear you. Okay, you get Social Security check. That's covered for right now. Okay, till you find better employment. Okay, give me that. Chief thing, read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 29 and verse 21. The chief thing for life.
So this is where your focus need to be. Not just focusing on your head between your legs. You understand? This is where your focus got to be. Come on.
The chief thing for life is water.
Is what?
Is water.
Okay, go ahead.
And bread.
And food.
And clothing.
And clothing to clothe your back. Come on.
And an house to cover shame.
You have to have those things. You're supposed to have those things before you go seeking after a woman.
Straight out.
You're supposed to have those things in place already. Because one of the biggest things that destroys our neighborhoods is single family households. How long do you think that's going to last, that situation, if you're not providing?
Get out.
You get what I'm saying? It's not going to last long. That sister is going to be looking for security now. And honestly, it takes time. All of us out here that's married, right? It takes time to learn this system.
Bring it out.
It takes time. You don't even know the half of how, when things get worse than what it is now, you don't know what's going to come out that system.
Bring it out.
Sirach 26. Sirach 26 and, damn, that's good. No.
She got to maintain.
If she maintain, yes, sir. What, 25?
Yeah, it's like 25,
26,
22.
20? Yeah, read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 22.
Come on.
A woman, if she maintain her husband.
And now this is something you gotta really listen to what the Lord is saying here. Because eventually, guess what? That SSI check gonna run out. It might give you pay the hotel rent for the week, right? For the month. But then what happens when that milk start running out? What happens when the baby start growing? You need new onesies, you need more diapers. That sister gonna be looking to you now. What did it say?
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
What happens?
Is full of anger.
She's going to be mad as hell. It's always going to be issues in the house. It's always going to be arguing in the house. You understand? We see this time and time again. And what it come from? It come from us men not being responsible.
Right. Please.
Not knowing how to be men.
Bring it out.
You understand? So we're giving you the steps now. Here's the solution. You need to start looking for employment to establish yourself. Get you a house, apartment. You understand? You got to start thinking for those other mouths now. And it start with you, bruh.
Right.
You the head of the house.
Bring it out.
So you got to act like it. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes down into situations with the baby, right? You said you got a daughter. You got to now put forth a good example of what she wants to, when she gets older, what she has to, give me a word, Austin. What she looks forward to when she gets older. She's going to look to have a husband just like her father. You understand? So you don't want to put off that example of sitting around and trying to figure things out while y'all struggling. Because I know it's a struggle. I done been there. I know it's hard. It's hard right now. The whole world, all Israel is jacked up.
Right.
You understand?
It need harder too.
And it's going to get harder. So now you got nothing but stress to look forward to unless you start keeping the commandments of God.
That's right.
Hey, with that government shutdown, that apply to Social Security?
Yeah, that's a good question. Does that apply to your? It doesn't? So you're still going to get that right now. But you don't know how long before they start messing with that too. Because there's a lot of people ain't getting food stamps.
Bring it out.
You understand? A lot of people losing assistance, about to lose Section 8. They jacked up. So you got to start moving wiser, my brother. What's your name again? Now, you said something, Antonio. You said your daughter, once she hit 19, she grown.
Yeah.
No, sir. No, sir. Give me that. Numbers chapter 1. Numbers chapter 1. Because nowhere, the Esau, the so-called white man, in his laws in America, he tell you that you at 18 you grown, right? But the Lord don't say that. Watch this.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 3. From 20 years old and upward.
From 20 years old and up. Come on.
All that are able to go forth to war in Israel.
So now, the Lord is giving you the age of an adult, right? So our young men, guess what? They had to be 20 years old. And the same thing applies to the women. 20 years old and upward is when they're able to, right? When they're considered an adult. You understand? But that still don't mean you allow that young sister to go out and get a boyfriend. One thing about understanding who you are, right? The Lord gave us laws, statutes to live by. Okay? He said it's the law. Matter of fact, give me Sirach 17:11. He said this is the laws of lifetime. Come on.
And the law of life for an heritage.
So like the officer was showing you, we lost our way through slavery. We lost our heritage. We lost the way we're supposed to live. Right? Sirach 26:10. Nowhere does it say, Sirach 42. Give me 42 and 9, I think it is. 42 and 9. The way we're supposed to live, the Lord outlined it for us. Now let's see how we're supposed to care for our daughters. Watch this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 42 and verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth.
It said the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth. You know what that means? He has an extra care for his daughter. If his daughter was out too long, if she make a noise in the middle of the night, he got to care for her. You understand? This is more important. Give me a second. Let me finish this verse. All right. Tell her, give you a minute. Watch this. You learning how to raise your daughter right now. And from the words that you spoke, bro, you do not know how to raise your daughter.
Bring it out.
You don't know how to care for your wife or for your girlfriend. You got to make her a wife first.
Bring it out.
You understand? Watch this. Read it again.
The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth.
It said the father waketh for the daughter when no man knows. So this father has a care over his daughter. Come on.
And the care for her taketh away sleep.
And he cares so much he can't sleep if something going on with his daughter. If she running a fever in the middle of the night. If the milk getting low and you ain't got the money to provide for her. You understand? You got to have a care for your daughter. Come on.
When she is young.
When she's young, under 20 years old. Come on.
Lest she pass away the flower of her age.
It said, lest she pass away the flower of her age. You know what that means? Unless she start having sex. You don't want your young daughter to be having no boyfriend, because the only thing coming out of that is what? It's sex. When you met your girlfriend, right? When did you make her a girlfriend? Before you had sex with her or after? After. So you want your daughter to go down that same road?
Same cycle.
You don't, right? So you got to have a care for your daughter. All right? That should be off the table. It shouldn't be no damn boyfriend for her. You married a sister, and guess what? Your daughter is under your care until you give her away to her husband. That's how it works. Come on.
Lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married.
Being what?
And being married.
So you want to have a care over her, right? You want to be able to marry her off. But you got to care over her, lest what?
Lest she should be hated in her virginity.
They say lest she should be hated. You know why it's saying that? Because if you teach your daughter, if you don't teach and instruct your daughter on how to be a righteous young daughter of Sarah, if you don't teach her that, she will be the next man's wicked ass woman.
Get out.
It all come from you. You want to make sure that you raise your daughter up the right way. Everything that she sees, everything that she watches on television, everything that she sees from her mama, how her mother treats you, how you treat the mom, how you construct and rule your house. You understand? That all has an impact on her upbringing.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.